All right, stream. It's time. So I need all of y'all to get the music going. We're gonna have a chit chat with SoSickNashFan. It's time. This is long overdue again. We sure know what it is. It's all love, Texas boys. We here. You know the deal. Competitors, homies.
Yes, sir.
We have spun the block. You feel me?
Yes.
We have definitely. I'm gonna just skip the YouTube intro. Okay, YouTube, okay, stream. This man needs no introduction. He been doing this thing in fighting games for a hot minute, right here alongside me. You know what I'm saying? In other games and whatnot. So it's NashFan. The end. You know what I'm saying? He just got you just got top 8 at TNS last night. So with that being said, there was a bit of a conversation that I had last night on my stream about like the scene leveling up and stuff like that, and like how we gotta stop the egos, we gotta like work towards getting better, because the reality is the real enemy isn't my brother sitting here across from me. He's not my enemy. It's the boys from the East. Like, we gotta beat international competition, and like iron sharpens iron. That's why I'm grateful we got things like TNS and whatnot to improve, but like that's not the only way to improve. You know, Nash has seen it himself. Japanese players be in lobbies, be playing each other all the time. And it's like, we can barely get that. So that's kind of like the preface here. But Nash, take it away, bro. I know you got words. I know you got some unbiased words. So knock it out, bro. Go ahead.
All right. So 1000%, you know, I just get straight to the point. Egos, man. Egos got to drop. If we're gonna take it to the next level, we got to drop the egos. Like, people, like, there's levels to everything that you do in sports or anything. There's gonna always be levels to it, right? And because there's gonna always be levels to it, people are always gonna feel like maybe they are better than A player or better than B player, right? But what if I said C player, the elite player, could still learn something from A player, even though the A player isn't better than the C player? What if I told you that you could still learn something from that? Sometimes over here, the C player, the elite player, thinks that they can't learn anything from the A player, and they don't think they can learn anything from the B player, so all they play is the C player. So C players playing C players, which is fine for a level up concept. If you think like, hey, I'm about to go to this tournament, I want to play with some of the best players, so I want to level up with all of the best players. But there's more things to gain from everybody when you have that open, that open point of view where you can look at somebody and a person can tell you, hey, you could punish that. And if a person tells me that, no matter their skill level, I'm gonna look at it and be like, damn, I didn't think about that, right? I'm not gonna disregard what they're saying because maybe they don't place that well, or maybe they go 2-2. Like, why am I judging them based on that specifically? I think egos over here are like huge. Like, they're really out of control versus everywhere else. Like, you literally just showed a video where all of these players were these sponsored trailers, and I didn't even know those existed. 1000%. That was the first time I even saw those, and they blew my mind because it was getting me hype. Like, I was getting like chills and shit. I was like, damn, like, hold up. Like, they take it serious. Like, or when the players were playing the passion, the crying. I'd never seen Tokido cry in my life to that video, and it made me feel a certain type of way because I was like, damn, like, this is real. Like, people cherish that shit over there. Like, it's really deep to them, and it's really important. That's why they train so hard, and that's why their gameplay looks the way it looks. It doesn't look like that because, like, people be like, oh, Japanese players just play like that. No, it's the way they train.
Right.
They're disciplined, right? So they're disciplined. That's why their gameplay looks different from us, when some people over here just want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Some people over here just want to box. So if you want to box, that's fine. But there's different levels to it. And I think over there, they come together as a whole. And that makes a big difference, where over here, we feel so separated. Like, I literally come to your stream a lot just to learn, bro. I'll just post up with some food and just learn, bro. Like, why would I not do that? Because you're showing some tech to the world. This shit it's broadcasted to the world, bruh. Like, I want to look at your stream to learn. I mean, you my homie, of course, but
yeah.
I look at your stream to learn something. I want to learn something new every day. That's how you go about life. Learn something new every day, baby. When you learn that thing, you taught me some stuff with the Gato back turn. I was like, hold up, Gato kind of cooking with that punish, man. Right. And maybe K7 doesn't know that punish because he's on Gato, but I know he watches you. You see what I mean? So it's like it goes all around the circle, but you can't have that ego where some players are so like into themselves that they don't really care about us. I'm gonna just keep it real. They don't care about us. They might care about themselves only. And that could be a selfish way of thinking about it, that they only care about themselves because maybe everybody has a different they're doing something different. Some people are fighting for their family. Some people trying to get this money for their family. Some people trying to take themselves out of situations that they are in. So it's like we're all fighting for something different. But if we want to go over there and cook, or we want to go over here and cook, we're gonna have to come together, like 1000%. It's just like we gotta come together and we gotta grow together. If we cannot grow together, that's the problem. I think people right now, like, they don't want to grow. Look at Street Fighter 6.
Oh man.
Look at Street Fighter 6, bro. Like, look at Street Fighter 6. You feel me? That's why that happens. And I'm gonna be real, and I'm glad this is going on YouTube because I'm gonna keep it real. I keep it real.
That's on
1000%. 1000%. Noah, respect Noah, because one thing about Noah, he fights everybody. He plays all the time, and every time EWC and Capcom Cup, he was the highest placing NA player each time. Why is that? There's a reason behind it. There's always a reason behind it, but why is that? And then the players that were quote unquote supposed to do better didn't make it out their bracket. Let me sip my Red Bull. I don't want to talk too much, Kensou. But how you feel about that? That's what I want to know how you feel about that, because that's real. And when I say that, people jump down my throat and are like, nah, bro. Nah, you glazing Noah. Glaze, bro. I only speak facts.
Real recognize real. He did his thing.
I only go off for results, bro. I only go off for results. His results don't lie. Noah's results do not lie, bro.
That's a fact.
They don't.
That's a fact.
They don't.
So, just because you brought up Noah for the sake of to keep it a stack, I don't agree with his play style, and I think that's a lot of people, right?
Right.
But to say it's not successful, that's not true, right? He's proven that he can play that way and be successful, but there's a method to the madness. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows why he's doing what he's doing. It just looks like he doesn't, but he makes it far every time. Like, I remember the match he had with Valmaster where he ran it back. He made Valmaster look like Valmaster be teching. So he shimmied him multiple times and just like, hey, look, I can do it. And like the only people to beat him that day was Angry Bird.
Right.
That was it. Then you fast forward to Capcom Cup, like you're right. Like people who were slated to make it far did it. Now you can make the comparison and say, or you can have a point of contention of, okay, it's 1st to 2.
Mm-hmm.
He still cooked though.
Exactly.
He still cooked. Everyone had that same 1st to 2. So everyone had the same 1st to 2, and we could arguably say, as competitors, right, as high-level competitors, he obviously had the weaker character of almost everyone there. Almost. Yeah. Right? Because there's also now, maybe Kimberly's really good because of, the SFL League boys doing all Kimberly. Now that was a point of contention. Or now, look at Ryu because of Blas, which, right? Okay. I get it. But he still did it with Luke, and you can't take it away from him. So I may not agree with his play style, but I always respect his results. I respect who he's beat. He did work. There's nothing else to it. He did work. The end. He did work. Like it or love it or hate it. He did work. Period. So that's how I feel.
And that's the thing. It's like, with him doing work, anybody that's hating on that is crazy work, bro, because it's like you don't have to like a person. You never have to like a person. That's a lot of people I don't like. But I respect results. I won't ever discredit a person's results, ever. That's just not how I operate. Like, I'll always respect your results. I don't have to like you. There's a lot of people I don't like. But I'm not going to discredit your results. Whatever your results are, that's Gucci. But that's the thing. In different regions, it's just different. You feel me? Like, why do we not celebrate, bro, and just be like, damn, let's get it. Okay, he plays so high, bro. Let's get in the lobby. Let's grind. Right. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's not like that. It's not like that. It's literally like, nah, bro. He play like that? Nope. No, I don't respect that. I'm still better. What? What are you talking about, man? Like, how are you better? You feel me? Like, bro, like, let's keep it real. Like, no, don't hate on people. That's the problem, bro. People need to be coming together and be like, bro, just cooked. You got the furthest. I want more games with you. Let me get your insight on some things. You feel me? Like, that's how we grow, man. Like, Fatal Fury just came out. Do we want it? Do we want the millie? Do we want the millie? If we want the millie, I want the millie too.
We got work to do.
How are we gonna get to the millie? Because I've been looking at a couple player streams. Finriddy, you already know.
Oh, come on, player. Come on.
Finriddy streams, literally. I've been looking at them periodically. Finriddy streams, that man is labbing every little situation that you would think that I ain't about to lab that, bro. I'll be alright. No. That man is labbing.
He has optimal punishes for like, oh, you did jab. That's crazy. Here's 50%. Who's doing that? Oh, just fenders. And then boys will watch him in the tournament. Damn, that's crazy, bro. I never thought of that. Go watch his streams.
Go watch his stream. He doing it every stream. Literally every stream.
Or people like you said, like, why would I need to laugh how to punch that? I'll be alright. I'll be straight.
Yeah.
And you look at him do it. Oh, I guess I should do it. Yes, you should.
Bro, them Hotaru hand slaps be touching his block. He's through it.
Yeah.
People do understand. Hold up. I'm a derail back to Hotaru. People do understand them hand slaps. You can literally eat through them hand slaps, right? And literally eliminate the whole move. Correct? Like, you can eliminate that move. It's not easy. But you can eliminate it. Yes, exactly. And he's practicing that. And I've definitely labbed it countless amount of time. As a matter of fact, I fought Mygo. Shout outs to Mygo. Me and Mygo fought a tournament match. Guess what? I ate through it, elbowed that shit, hit counter hit, and I won the set. I don't know. Lab, baby. I don't know. Lab. I mean, it changes everything. But yes, Finriddy, look at all his streams.
Oh yeah.
He's doing it the right way, because that's why I say on my stream a lot, people probably don't understand it, but playing to win versus playing to get better. I play to get better. I don't play to win. I'm playing to get better because I would rather long-term myself than short-term myself. If you are playing to win right now, guess what? That's why American got so many Cayenne players. How y'all thought about that? Playing to win. They're trying to win. But right now, they're getting Hoku to Marude because guess what? I feel like he has a good matchup against the character. But my point is, a lot of people jumped towards Cayenne because they felt like he's easy and they can get it. They can play to win and get that W. They're not trying to play to get better. But there's characters in the game that are probably like crazy, but nobody's giving them a shot. You see what I mean? It's just like, you're supposed to be playing to get better, so every day you're learning something new. Every day you can apply something new, and every day you can shut down options. Not, you got this little flowchart sequence that you do every day in rank match. That's okay.
Yeah, not enough.
Okay, what is that? Exactly, not enough. What is that going to do for you? That's not going to, definitely ain't going to give you a milli. It might get you a penny. Not a milli. So that's the problem. Like, I think that what we gravitate towards versus what other regions gravitate towards, how they approach the game, And I feel like a lot of us are potentially approaching games incorrectly, not even just Fatal Fury, but just games in general. And that has to change. If we want change, if we keep doing the same thing, nothing will ever change, right? We just go over there and get cooked and come back and be like, shit, I was over there.
Nah, Nash, hold on, my fault. Hold on. Enjoy that swig. Chat room.
Had to.
You have to hit them with the right way. Evo happens. We lose. It was kind of close. Yeah, man, we gotta come together. We gotta play. Month 1, yeah, bro, it's all kumbaya. The 31st hit. Back to square one. Ain't no one playing together like that no more, or like the whole camaraderie, whatever that camaraderie was for those 30 days. It's gonna be that way until the next Evo or the next big event, right? And then another 30 days gonna pass, and it's gonna be, nah, that's it. And you know what, bro? It's not really like that. It's like it's on spin cycle, right? And I say it so much, bro. Like, boys be thinking I be tripping when I say this stuff. Like, when you watch Japan, it is nuts. It's not. I'm not glazing, and I get it. It seems like I am. It's just, it's hard to ignore knowing that the games come from Japan, and this is one of the strongest regions for, like, City of the Wolves, Street Fighter, just all 2D games in general, right? We'll just say 2D in general, right? Just fighting games in general, fuck it, right? We know that's one of the strongest regions. So, of course, I got my eyes on it, because if I'm, like, be real, if I'm playing for the Millie, I need to see what Fenrich is doing. I need to see what Nemo's doing. I need to peep game, right? So by proxy, I get to see, oh, they're in the lobby. Nemo was just in the lobby with Score last night. Nemo, Score, this other Marco, and this My Player. And the My Player was doing somewhat work, and they were like, okay, and they were starting to see stuff go on, and I'm like, okay, My can kind of cook. Okay, Hope tomorrow versus My looks all right. Okay, maybe it's 5-5. Then I'm seeing this dude do work with Marco. I'm like, yeah, that looks about right. That's about what I thought, you know. And I'm like, all my suspicions are being confirmed, and it's just like, it's just me. Is it just me watching this? It's like I'm not gonna go broadcast to the world. Hey everybody, Nemo's streaming right now. You should come watch the tech. No, right. You need to click follow, do your own homework, you know, or like get a group of homies or whatever and be like, hey, yo, let's peep what's happening, or let's go back and watch the tapes. Like, it's no different than when we do match announcements on like our own streams and be like, hey, check this out. This is important. You should take a look at this. Right. But they're doing it every day. It's not a tournament, right? It's just every day they're just in ranked, or maybe they're labbing something. Like, it's wild. And I'm working on this video right now as we speak. I don't know if you're aware of Shaka in Japan. You probably saw me talking about him yesterday when I talked about all the Japanese players and whatnot. But he's a fucking personality, bro. And he was labbing. Oh, really? Yeah, he's just a personality. He was labbing how to beat when my tosses EX fan with Manon. You do like super and it trades, and then the first hit, as my drive rush is in, it hits and it trades. No, it hits my, and then the follow up hits Manon. The falling fan hits Manon, and she gets a full combo punish afterwards. And he was practicing different ranges, how to do that, how to hit level 2 off of it. And I'm just like, y'all would say it's useless, but he does it midstream, mind you. He does it midstream. And I'm sitting and I'm like, so let me get this straight. Y'all would tell me not to do this. This guy who's not a pro player, hold on. 1, not a pro player, right? 2, right. Known for first-person shooters and MOBAs in Japan. That's 2. 3, doesn't really play comp like that. What's your excuse that this guy who's a personality can practice this fucking tech? What's your excuse? He's not a pro player. He just loves Manon.
No excuse.
What is your excuse that this personality guy who is basically like his numbers? Nash, I got you. Hold on, watch this. Hold on, I got you. I just want you to see what his numbers when he streams Street Fighter looks like. 1 second.
Yeah, let me see that.
Bro, what I'm finna show you. This is It's gonna be a little rough, but I'm gonna put it in the chat in our VC right now, and you tell me. Look at that number.
God damn.
Yeah, that's like a regular stream for him. Just saying.
Shush. And you know what?
Just
I've seen his stream before. I didn't know who he was though, but I've peeped. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
He runs an event with Red Bull called Legendous. And he gets all the big boys out there. He gets all the big boys out there. And he's part of the movement to turn, like, you know, like the Crazy Raccoon Cup / Sage Jam Slam type beat. He's one of them. But he's like a big organizer for it. But he does it with Red Bull. So he'll get like the big boys and be like, okay, we'll work with these YouTubers and VTubers and streamers. They all get them together. Basically, they've been doing Sage Jam Slams before Sage Jam Slam was a fucking thing. And he's one of the dudes. And he's one of the dudes who's part of the movement out there with that. The last Legendous they did in 2023 for the first year of Street Fighter 6 was held in a freaking wrestling arena. In a wrestling ring, by the way.
Damn.
Ran by him and Red Bull. Just saying. So, and that goes back to the passion and the love for the game and how like people like him are part of it. And they're now, I guess I'll swing it back to like where we should be labbing and learning and watching other countries. It's like you can watch this dude who's a personality, not a pro player, but he's practicing this stuff. And there's a lot of YouTubers that are like that because they want to be a part of like those events, like the Legendous, the Crazy Raccoon Cups and stuff like that, because they want to play with the pro players on their pro team. Because it's like the pro players are with them and they have a team, and it's like being on a pro team and like competing like the way they do, and they like that. They had one where they did a cage match. I'm like, what is going on?
That's insane.
Is it just me? Is it? And I promise you, bro, they be looking at me like, Kenzo, you're just glazing. They have viewership. They have the people that care, and they're not pro. The thing is, they're not pro. It'd be one thing if they were trying to be godlike, and they're trying to be godlike within their own means, right? But it's like with the personalities comes like it helps elevate the pro players. So like the pro players help them get better. The people who are watching get better because their favorite YouTubers, they're doing this shit. So I'm just like, basically the effect that the Sage Jam Slam is supposed to have is happening only over there. It's not happening here. They're just like, oh, SK's playing. Oh, that's cool. I'll never play Street Fighter though.
Right. Yep.
But I mean, that's a whole nother ball game. But just pointing out that like in studying and seeing what's happening in the other regions, it's like, you know, from a player competitive standpoint, yes, we need to be in lobbies together, practicing together. Like, it could be me, you, Sonic, Soul, Kizzy. It don't matter. Just 4 brothers grind it out. Get the matchup experience. You know what I'm saying? And like, I get it. Maybe some of you guys in stream, maybe you want to participate too. You know, we can maybe potentially get y'all in there on it too, because for what it's worth, right? To help you guys kind of see what it's like to play high level people on like a rotation. You know, because the reality is what happened last weekend when Nash on the setup, that's arcade rules. You keep winning. It's not up until you get taken off the cab. You gotta sit down. So it's like, I'm gonna work harder to whoop this man, you know, or like, exactly, or whoever's sitting down. So it's like, okay, so but that's part of the hunger, right? That's you want to stay on the cab, so you gotta do work. You gotta play smarter. You gotta play better. Even if you're playing a long set, it's still the same thing. Like, yeah, if you score count too hard, you'll hinder your learning. But don't forget that like the person you're playing, even though they're winning, they're learning too. You know, like you are helping them. They may have the higher win count because let's say maybe they lab more than you do and they know more about the matchup than you. That's okay. You'll eventually get past that. Like, I'm used to having a bit more like flexibility with my characters. Gato is flexible, for example, y'all, right? But like I'm used to having like a regular projectile. He has good movement, but I need to facilitate that. He has good offense. I need to facilitate that. It's just all the strengths that make him good. I have to bring that out to make this matchup look the way it's supposed to look. But we can't get there if we just queue up in ranked match. All right, y'all, we've queued up in ranked, y'all. All right, now we're fighting flowchart players. And granted, this is the other part too I did want to mention. Part of the issue with ranked, because you did mention this about like some of the mentality, right? I do think the part of the mentality problem is people be hitting you with like, oh, they being too sweaty. And don't get me wrong, we say it because that's just part of like lingo, right? But like it's just, but the way some people push it, especially in like FPS games, like they'll be in ranked, they'll be high ranked, be like Marvel Rivals Celestial. Man, I ain't trying to sweat today like that. You know what I'm saying? This dude's super sweaty right now, bro. You locked in on the competitive mode of the game. like the competitive mode of the game. There is no, I'm not trying to sweat. Go play pubs, go play casual match. You know what I'm saying? That's where you can relax, maybe do your thing, whatever, you know? But you're not going to pop up on ranked on the competitive mode and be like, yeah, you know, this light work, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really trying to sweat like that. And then I believe that kind of sends the message to people who are watching that like, oh, it must be easy. No, it's not. Like, if I queue up against Nash, hold on. We lock in real quick, you know?
Right.
I'm giving this man the respect. I see his name. All right, cool. I'm gonna lock in. Hold on, y'all. Be quiet. I got this. Go at it in chat as much as you want. Me, I'm zeroed in.
I'm locked in.
You know? And even if it's that 2 out of 3 in rank, all right, man, good shit. You got me. You know, whatever. But like it's when you, I believe when you send that message that like it's light work, it's like, all right, don't get me wrong, there's some players that is kind of light work. You know what I'm saying? Right. For what it's worth, right? For what it's worth. But like, I do believe there has to be another way to send the message that like, yeah, some players and some matchups can be light work. But rather, a matchup can be light work because you labbed it so much, you know a lot about it. It's like, oh, I play this all the time. I'm good to go. I'm Gucci, right?
Right.
That player has to really go far few in between to really like show you extra that you don't already know. And at that point, you as a high level player, oh, that was cute. Let me go lab that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just add that to the knowledge bank. But like, I think that's part of the problem. Like, we don't get enough of like, all right, I queued up for ranked. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Let's get it. It's like,
yeah,
nah, bro, I'm locking in on ranked. You already know what it is. You know, we out here, you know, something light, nothing too crazy, you know what I'm saying? You know, we just locking in on ranked. Yeah, you know what? This guy's a sweat right here. Look at this dude. He's sweating his ass off. It's like, okay, like, there are some points I do believe we need to put respect on our opponents because we don't know what their goals are, right? That's one of the few things that I've learned recently that, like, it's real easy for me to look at the dude in ranked and be like, all right, I know you. Look, you are definitely flailing, but maybe you just don't know. So I'm gonna just give you the respect and be like, all right, I get it. You just don't know how to play like that. You know, it's my goal is to win anyway, and yours is the same. But like, I'll give you the respect that you bought the game, you booted up ranked, you're trying to get better to whatever. People try to get better to whatever capacity, right? We have different ways of getting better. Some people just, like Sonic's always like, my labbing is in the, he just gets thrown into the wolves for real, you know? So, all right, well, if that's how you want to do it, that's how you want to do it. If you want to sit in the training room, you can sit in the training room. Like, you have options. The next step, honestly, is just replay takeover. Once we get that, that's GG's. Like, that's...
Oh, yeah.
That's over. That's
100%.
So, I don't know how you feel about that. Like, the message that gets sent when you say, when higher level players say things like, I'm not really trying to sweat like that, you know what I mean? Or like that type beat. I don't know. How you feel about that?
I mean, I feel like it's to me it's mad corny. Like, I'm just real. Like, I think it's pretty corny because I mean, there's levels to it. Like, some people are like content creators, right? That like do play ranked, that have they may not have a drive to take it like quote unquote competitive or like tournament level, which is fine. Like, everybody has a different whatever, you know, that they're going for, a different goal, right?
Right.
So from I would say, like, if a content creator was playing ranked and they fought like somebody like, you know, like let's say they fought me in ranked, and then on their vibe, they're like, bro, this dude is so sweaty. Like, bro is sweating. He trying to beat me so bad. Like, this dude ain't even that good. Then they start saying crazy shit like that. Like, dude ain't even that good. Meanwhile, you ain't like every top 8. Bro ain't even that good. He not doing work. He don't. And it's just like, at that point, it's like corny. It's like, bro, don't queue up to rank. You're in the wrong place.
Right.
Like, I'm in rank to fight better players. That's why, like, it's gonna queue you against better players, and then you fight a player that might cook you, and you like, damn, okay, like, let me go lab. You know what I'm saying? Or when you are like playing rank, my goal is to always, like I said, I'm not playing to win. I'm playing to get better. So when I do fight somebody, I'm going to test out all the things I was just practicing. If I see a matchup, I'm working on just defense. I might throw a whole match trying to just defend or hyper defend something just to get through it. And I might take that L, but guess what? I got better in the process because I'm okay with taking that L. Like, if Hotaru hand slap me and I get hit, I die. But if I get this hyper defense, I'ma live. So guess what I'm gonna go for? You feel me? I ain't got
that's a bet.
I ain't got nothing to lose.
That's a
you
bet.
feel
That's
me?
a bet. That's a bet.
Like, at that point, I'm just trying to get better, and I think that's the lost cause of rank. Also, is people lock in only to win and not really lock in to get a consistent basis of winning in the correct fashion. And by the correct fashion, I just mean all of the things, and I stress this, all of the things that you practice need to be applied.
True.
I fought so many Billy Kane players that do far C into 2-3-6C, and they just get elbowed. They just get elbowed. And the moment that's eliminated, they lose. And the game is just different. And that's a lot of rank match. That's why when I fought Diaphone was altering so much that it wasn't easy for me to elbow.
Right, I saw
because he would do EX sometimes, and the EX, guess what? I didn't practice the EX. I had only practiced the other one. So this morning on stream, guess what I was practicing? The EX. Because I want to get better. Now, if I would have just queued up in rank, no lab, because I just lost like that yesterday, guess what? I would be in a boat. I would hit that wall, but I'm not going to hit that wall because I actually was like, damn. And he's the first Billy that done beat me. I done put an L on every Billy because I feel like Hokutomaru beats Billy really badly, but he beat me because he's a good player and he was making adjustments. That's the reason why he beat me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the reason why he beat me. He made adjustments and he played good. He could have did that on any character. So, quite frankly, he's a talented dude. You know what I'm saying? When somebody's talented, you're just talented. And I think that with ranked being a thing, I think over in Japan, when they play ranked, they be taking that shit mad serious. It's not about the points, but it's about what is going on the screen and how do I adjust. No matter if it feels corny, cheap, or none of that, they don't have that mentality. They just, yo, this is strong. Let me go fix it.
Right.
Yo, this is strong. Let me go fix it. You know what I'm saying? Me and Sonic Soul ran the long set like a week ago. And when we fought in tournament, because of that long set, when we fought in tournament, our tournament match was a whole different match because he gave me the experience. I was very happy that he gave me B-Genet experience. I don't fight that character, bro. I mean, I'm a labber. I used to play her in KOF, but I don't fight the character. Right. Knowing a character and fighting a character is two different things. Right. So when I fought him, I was like, damn, Sonic cooking. I knew he was one of the best B-Genets on this shit. So I was like, okay, let's get it up. But during that match, I didn't care how many times I lost or won. I was trying to hyper defend her fierce fears. I was trying to jump, just defend. I was trying to all these crazy scenarios that I knew I could do. And then when we got in tournament, that was one of the key moments in our last match in the tournament. Is he did fierce fears, and I ate through it with elbow, and it kind of killed the momentum because it's like, damn, I can't press this.
He mentioned that. He mentioned that last night whenever we talked. He was like, yeah, he's like,
for real?
He's like, yeah, he was like, NashFan. He basically said when you and him played the set, like he got the information and you applied it against him in the tournament match, and he was like, man, that's good shit. Straight up.
And that's the thing, like that dude, I got mad respect for Sonic because like one thing about him is he just wants to play and get better. He just wants to learn. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He just wants to play. Somebody that wants to play, guess what? Shit, I want to play too. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Let's pull up. Let's get it. Like that, and he helped me do that. So if I fight a Jeanette that is overseas, guess what? I bet he won't press fierce. You feel me? I bet he won't press fierce. I fight a Mai. I fought my homies Mai. Guess what? He pressed that fierce Mai. I said hyper defend. He said, yo, this character kind of sucked. He was trolling, but like it's funny because it's like when you shut down an option because you practice, that is the most rewarding feeling.
It's true.
The most rewarding feeling that you can get from a fighting game is shutting down something that you really put work into. And when you can shut it down, it makes a huge difference. And that is the thing. He gave me those games. I applied. I applied.
100%.
I applied. You see, and if we all do that, bro, we the strongest. That's all we need to do. Your lobbies that you did like maybe 2 weeks ago or a week ago, that was the lobby. Do you think I wanted to lose? Hell no. I'm not going to the back of the line, bro. I'm about to lock in every game, bro. I'm not losing, bro. I'm not losing.
I respect
I'm not losing. Like, and that's the mentality. Them long lines, bro. Because I remember Terry said, "Yo, nah, you can make it 2 out of 3." Hell no, bro.
Nah,
You gonna have to win, bro.
Nah, 3 out of 5. Come get
Yeah,
it.
you gonna have to win, bro. Let's get it. That's the grind mentality. You gotta win.
Cause I like the 3 out of 5 in the lobby because like, all right, I guess you'd say that's that one more. Like, all right, you got that one more chance. That's it. That's it. And then that's the one. And it's like, at the same time, I feel like what was good about that lobby was it felt like the arcade for me to be able to like, it's like I put my cord up and just watching like, okay, that's what we doing. Yeah. Okay, I peep. Okay, I see that. Okay, say less. You know, I'm getting information. I'm learning. All right, cool. I see. I don't look at it as habits. I'm looking at, because like for my new thing now, I don't look at player habits. I look at character habits. Like, what is a common trait for this character to do, right? As opposed to, well, let me download Nash. I don't need to download Nash. I need to download what this character's doing. I need to know what's going on in these Hoku players' heads. What makes you want to rev blow here? You know what I'm saying? What makes you want to super here? What happened in the tournament yesterday? Oh my god, I missed my back turn confirming to jab super. I did fierce feint, fierce back turn stance, soaring fang, stand jab, and I missed super. All right, I should have just did fierce super, right? Bottom line, he caught me with the fucking super because he did something. He did like a bad crossover, and I was like, I'm gonna press jab. I know he can do something. Zetsu, I'm like, oh my god, he did super. I'm like, okay, say less. And like, I ain't gonna lie, his super is kind of, but like, I'm like, all right, I practiced like HDing into JD, but I wasn't prepared for him to do that. So I was like, all right, you got me. Not to mention, I was teching a lot against the jump. So I was like, okay, my information I got from him is bad text, bad this, bad that. Okay, cool, we Gucci. But like, I get it. Like, this is a habit of you Hoku players. All right, so I'm gonna just lock in on this, you know. But the good thing is he doesn't play like you, right? So I'm like, okay, you little rats, y'all be playing. Okay, I feel you with that super. Y'all getting away with this for now, all right? But I get it, right? I see that, like, okay, from playing you, I learned something. Then from playing him, I learned something too. And that was my first time fighting Kevin Ryan. That was my first match in tournament. I got cooked, unfortunately. But it's still a learning process. Cause for me, it's just like, I'm not gonna lie, Chief. I can go back to Hotaru and just be like, whatever, you know?
Oh yeah, 1000%.
Like it's whatever, you know. But like I want Gato to work pretty bad right now. That I'm like learning him, and I can't lie, y'all. I do have to get my scarf. I gotta put my ninja scarf back on. I know there's people on YouTube probably like, we see you on Gato, Kensou. What's going on? Don't get it twisted. The ninja's still in town. You know, I'm biding my time. I'm really just learning from NashFan here. But you know, in time. Gato works.
The most important thing you said too was like the player habits versus character habits, right? Because every Hoku, they literally do crouch and C into 2-3-6D break. Easy JD punish into your best whatever. But because the game is still evolving, we're not used to it. You know what I'm saying? Punishing every little thing, because that's the biggest habit. They don't hit confirm it or anything. We commit. We just be like, yep, safe. But when somebody starts hitting that every time, you like, oh, I gotta start like fainting right there, or I need to throw the shurikens or something, because it's gonna make your brain is gonna say, yo, this ain't it, bro. This ain't it. You can't, you know what I'm saying? But if you get a bad habit doing that, you fight somebody that's like hitting it every time and you keep doing it, because you're just not used to stopping. And that's the problem of a lot of players too, when you're just not used to stopping because you're just not used to somebody stopping it. And then you run into somebody that can stop it, and you see that what you have is a bad habit, right? And it needs to evolve. Same thing with Kane doing his little feint, then he'll do crouch jab, flash kick break. Okay, so when you gonna hyper defend that flash kick after that jab? easy, you know what I'm saying? Easy punish, like that. Those are like the little things that's like holding a lot of players back. That, you know, if you don't practice, that's gonna keep cooking you, and then it's not the character. That's another thing. That's another thing over here, man. It's always the character, bro. It's not. I promise you, it's not always the character, man.
It's not.
I promise you, it's not. It's not. I promise you. Oh, this character top 1. What? What information? How much lag time you got? How much lag time you got?
I'm not gonna hold you. Hey, Street Fighter 6, when you see someone's profile, that's one of the, I ain't gonna hold you. That's one of the most exposing situations in any video game. When you see that shit and you see like, hey, how much lag time you got? You know what? Let me go peep your profile. Let me. Oh, okay, that's you. Oh, lab time 30 minutes. Oh no, 900 hours in ranked. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Literally, I'm about to screen cap a picture and show, because I had a TikTok on this where I fought this dude and I said, bro, let me see something real quick because something ain't looking right. Bro, I had a whole reaction to this man's his rank, because his ranked, that shit was a rosy red ring that almost went all the way around. I said, oh no, where your lab at, bruh? Like, where's your lab? So you just don't lab, so you just play. You just wake up and play.
That's it.
That's great. That's actually insane. That's, 424 hours in ranked, and then the rest, literally, practice was literally 7 minutes.
No shot. 7 minutes in practice mode?
Maybe it was a Smurf. Maybe he had another account.
Fair. Okay, fair.
That's the only thing that would have made right. That was the only thing that would have made logical sense. Cause ain't no way that you just roll out of bed and you just like, yo, rank. So you don't know no combos, no setups, no counterplay, no nothing. You just roll.
That's it.
All right, bro.
Hey, listen.
And that's crazy.
I got my pad. I know my buttons. I know my special moves. Let me just face roll this controller when I play ranked. And we here.
That's sad. It's not the character, but like that whole, like, you know, it's the character. Nah. Now, are there dumb characters or characters we really feel are super strong and like ridiculous? Yeah, of course. Like, that's gonna be any fighting game. Sometimes it's gonna be a character where, you know, you like, bro, this dude Swiftmaster kind of crazy, bro.
Don't
like Swiftmaster hitting this 5B round start, bro, and you just lose. Like stuff like that, where you had to look for crazy counterplay. Yeah, a little strong, but that drove us to look for counterplay though, because we was getting hit round start with that 5B. I was like, yo, I can actually backdash round start and try to hit him and stuff like that. Then it created your brain to create these layers just to win. And that's a winning mentality. But that whole like, this character broke, I'm good, bro. Like, so you just have the loser mentality? Like, you don't want to win? Like, you don't want to, you know, you have to push yourself, man, on some like anime shit. I don't even watch anime like that, but I do know Goku. I know Goku was pushing himself, you feel me? You gotta push yourself sometimes, like, to limits that you don't know exist, and then you become the best. You become a champion, man. How you think people become champions?
That's true.
You think they just like, nobody is just naturally a champion. You gotta push yourself. Push yourself. That's the only way.
I agree, because like, and you know, for what it's worth too, it's not like comp is getting any easier. We got mad players nowadays, and it's like, you know, keeping up in some cases can be hard, even as a new player, old player. It don't matter. Like, you still gotta get with the times, get with the trends, play the game. You gotta play the game the way it's supposed to be played.
Right. Exactly.
You can also find ways to play the way you want. Obviously, if the game system allows for it. City of the Wolves luckily allows for a lot of different play styles and stuff like that, because defense actually works. Hooray! But like,
Goodness, yes.
You do have to push yourself. You do have to try. And like, I'm gonna pivot for a second, just for those who aren't like looking to be like the next Evo champ. Look, I promise you, like, we don't care that that's not your goal. We care that you play your best and you try to play the game properly, right? Granted, properly is subjective, right? Because a lot of people have different visions of the game. Understood, right? But you still want to, like, there's etiquette, right? Because one of the things, going back to ranked, right? Like Nash said, they take ranked pretty serious.
Never forget about that.
And it's because
that's all we got.
The big dogs make it a real thing. Like, they're not complaining that they don't get their like Street Fighter, right? They're not sure they want more than just a legend rank PNG for sure, right? But like, it's also the ability to stay up there and play with Daigo, Tokido, Mago, etc., to stay up there within the high MR or to get legend rank. Like, bruh, they just care, right? That's it. Like, they just care enough to do that. And what was said earlier about Nash, you got dudes in business suits going back to the crib to just play Street Fighter, just to try to do work. You know, like, maybe today I can pull up from 1700 to 1800. You know what I'm saying? That's a hustle. And over there, that 17 to 1800 that's not an easy spot to be in over there, because of how many good people who play. And again, it also, but it starts with the top down, which goes back to what I said earlier about like how we treat it. Like, if we treat it like this is another competitive layer, right? Which it is. But we have to make sure that it's treated like in a fashion where it's like, it does matter, right? This is the new arcade, so it needs to matter. Like, I get it.
Right.
In ranked, you will try things out and do things, right? It's free. Like, even when I played in the arcade, you put in some money, I'll try some shit on somebody, you know, whatever. It costs me money, right? But here it only costs you time. So like, it's okay to like try stuff out in the competitive environment. Like, and that's really what it is. Like, this is supposed to facilitate the competitive environment. So like, if we treat it like it's a good competitive environment, even with trying things out, it's okay. Then we can have a good, healthy ranked environment, and the ranked experience won't feel like it's a slog where it's like you said, dude just rolled out of bed and just face rolled some buttons on Jamie and was like, lost again, whatever, face roll again. Oh, now we're master rank, face roll again. And it's like, it's I get it. Some people want to play that way, and that's fine. But like, dude, it still blows my mind with that Cat Cammy chart, man. Like, I bring it up a lot, but for this conversation, I'll bring it up again. Last year, there was a chart made by Cat Cammy for Street Fighter 6, and it showed the different regions, and it showed active master rank players in Japan, in every region. Active master rank, just active master rank, Nash, just master rank. No 1500, no 600, just master rank, right?
Right.
58,000.
Golly.
And then when you get into, I think it was 1700, it was somewhere around the 5K, 6K. And then for legend rank was 267. NA, active master rank players, 8,000 and some change. And then when you got to 1700, maybe 700, 400, 500 players. Legend rank, 40, even. 40 flat. So when you think about what I just said, active master rank players, 58,000, that is like a portion of Japan.
Right.
That it's like, I looked it up. Like, how many people are in like this certain part of Texas, like Houston? It was like 12,000 people or some odd change. Like Texas City is like 12,000 or so, 15,000 people. I'm like imagine just a subsection of like Dallas. It's
right.
Like, and see, So yeah, no, both of us live in major cities in Texas. But I live in Houston. He's in Dallas. So it's like us living in two big major cities in the state. It's like just imagining how big our state is, right? And just any subsection of our state is the equivalent to the active master rank player.
Right.
That's the sad part.
That's insane.
Right. So when you think about that, it's like that many people care about the game, not including the people underneath that, which is still a lot too, right? And that's on both sides. But like most people just they got master rank and then NA and they just parked it up. All right, cool, I'm good. That's that. We don't want to get any better, which is fine. I understand people have their goals, but it's like, this is why I wish there was a rank reset for that game, but that's all another ball game. But the point of the matter is just knowing that at that point in time, there's this many people that care, and to grind to that next level, like, it's like, I guess what I'm saying is you can see what the next level looks like over there, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you can see that. Yeah. Here, it's just like, well, the next level is maybe Punk or something like that. So you just kind of just grind. And it's like, you're grinding the points, but how much are you learning? Like, and it goes like what you said, playing to learn, playing to win. Now, there's a degree of doing both, but like the vast majority of people here just play to win. So that my points went up, hell yeah, cool, I'm validated. Now let's see you take that legend rank to Evo, and let's talk about it.
Right.
So, and that goes back to what I'm saying. The people who are legend ranked in Japan, those motherfuckers can win Evo, but again, the environment allows it to be that way. Because, again, it starts from the top and trickles down. You guys want to be up here and do what we do? Work for it. Okay, cool. We working for it. Dude, you know that Japanese girl, Betty? Bruh,
yeah.
Did you ever watch the video on her?
No.
I'm a shortchange you her story. She used to play first-person shooter games. She quit them joints. Moved over to Street Fighter 5. Pushed into Street Fighter 6, right? Fudo's wife, I think it is, runs G-Star Gaming, which is what she got picked up by. So the scouter picked her up, and they have this thing called OG hunting, or basically, literally, they're trying to like old man hunting, like old school player hunting, right?
Right.
So they got to play players that they would normally play, right? And they had like some ridiculous players, KSK, Osu Akira, who also plays Street Fighter 6. He was the best Akira and Virtua Fighter. All his badass players, right? Koku Ni, the Dudley from Third Strike. All first of 10 matches, she beat all of them.
Woo!
She beat all of them. She's like a prodigy out there. Like, she's beaten she has not lost a single set against any of the OGs she's played at all.
That's crazy. So,
like, you see how, like, they facilitated her and like they molded her to be cold. You know what I'm saying? She was already cold, right? But they molded her to be even better. And bruh, she gets legend rank every split.
That's insane.
Mago's her coach. I've watched streams where her and Mago are like going over stuff. And I'm sitting there looking at this and I'm like, once again, is this just me? Did anyone else anyone watching Betty streams? It's just me. You see, so you see how like they have this. I don't know, man. It's just when I see how they have these crazy come ups, it's like, why can't we just work together? Why can't we work together like this to be like, okay, look, like take for example, right? We got the best Hoku player at the time, or let's say we got the best 3 Hoku players right here. We got the best 3 fucking B-Jenny players right here. We got the best 3 Gato players right here. Let's run a gauntlet. Learn the matchup. Talk about it. Boom. Right. Rotate, and like it's like this is how we can just get better to win, because the reality is, even then, I got so much proof, Nash. It hurts because I watch Korea and Japan. We don't want to lose to Pakistan no more. You know what? Let's get this training camp popping. What you talking about?
Yep.
You get your best 9, I'll get my best 9. Okay, cool. Say less. They run it for 4 days. 3 of them dudes make it. 3 of them dudes from the boot camp made it into the top 8. 2 of them crushed Arslan. Actually, 3 of them crushed Arslan. No games against CBM. Okay. Close game against Edge. Rangchu ran it back 3 straight. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. It's the power of these things. It's like these things are there. Now I get it. I understand maybe on one front looks like, oh, it's just the top players. It does start with them. If we can facilitate that, yeah, we can give you guys something you can see and learn from. But it starts with us making that we have to get that virtual dap up first and foremost, and then get the exchange, get into the lobby, boom, and we can get it popping. And we could just start there. I think if we could just do that for City of the Wolves, there's a chance for us to actually win. I don't think that we don't have a chance at winning, right? I do think, realistically speaking, our chance is low for the millie. That doesn't mean that we can't increase those chances. That doesn't mean we can't increase it. We can. We truly speaking have like the player base. And then for what it's worth, SNK just announced, hey man, we got the millie for KOF. Hey yo, we got the 500K for Samsha, which I'm trying to get into. Like, they're doing things right now to incentivize people to get back on the horse grind. Like, all their games have rollback, so you can't say no rollback. You might argue some things might need more work. Okay, cool. And that's speaking specifically Samsha, right? Right. But Fatal Fury is hot right now. It's got mad people on. It's got a lot of cool characters and shit. It's just like, there's no better time to play the game and learn than now. But we got to just circling back to the start of it all. Like you said, we got to drop the egos and we just got to just work together. And we can do it. Like, it is 100% possible because overseas is doing it. Yeah, we might be spread out, right? I will admit that. We might be spread out. But we got rollback. It's not perfect, but it's better than that bullshit delay base we've been on for years. And rollback ain't did nothing but get better, right? So if we could just, and this is for you guys watching on YouTube, I implore you. In fact, I challenge y'all to work with your fellow player to try to improve. Like, again, if you want to be the next champion, it's gonna take some work. If you just want to be an enthusiast and enjoy it, do it to the best of your ability, because there's nothing more, and I'm gonna say this from the heart, bro. There's nothing more that pains me knowing that there are people that will watch high-level tech of League of Legends, Apex, freaking Marvel Rivals, and go ham and be like, yo, this shit's fire, and go try to do it and try to facilitate those things that they see and be excited about it. I feel like you should be the same with these games because they are exciting. You know, especially City of the Wolves, where like you can really express yourself and really show how much you've learned within the game and its system and its characters. Like, it's just, I guess, like I said, it's disheartening, man. Like, people look at this stuff and say, oh, it's too hard, or I can't do it, but then go do Spider-Man Marvel Rivals combos, moving around, doing all this crazy shit in Apex. It's like, it's just hand-eye coordination, man. And like, with enough time, just like the shit that you see on the videos, you can do that too over here. And for what it's worth, we get super hype over here in FGC. Like, you do some crazy shit, we're like, hey, that's some good shit. And people just gonna put respect on you for that instantly. Because like, that's good shit. Like, whether you beat a good player, had a good moment, had a good set, people can recognize real and be like, yo, this motherfucker might be on some shit. Or like, hey, that's good shit. Like, whether you compete or not, I think it's just, we would prefer to just have you here as a player, whether it's competitive or not. Now, for the competitive heads, I'm gonna encourage you in the same fashion, do the same thing, but I want you to take it a step further. You know, really try to make those connections with people like myself in the streams and stuff like that. Just come ask for games. I'm not gonna lie to you. There are them days where I'm locked in on my lab work. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be real as fuck with you. There's days where I'm just zeroed in on what I'm trying to do because I'm fixated. Like, I am very, very stubborn when it comes to my lab work because I want to know what works and what don't work, and I'm willing to do it for hours. But if somewhere in between that time, there's like a room or whatever for us to play, or I open it up or whatever, people like really want to do it, I'm here for you guys, you know, 100%. I'm not gonna lie. But like, try, man. Like, the ultimate message here is we can do it if we work together and try. That's it.
Yep. I mean, I completely agree. It's just gonna take an effort from like everybody, and to really having that grind mentality, because a person will say they want it, but they don't really want it.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do what it takes to, to get it. And like, everybody else is doing what it takes to get it. like you said, they was like Score was in that one lobby, and the other day I seen Score fighting Shanghai all day. So it's like they're playing. They're trying to get it. They're trying to like level up, and they're trying to learn the game in a proper way. So I feel like if we wanna like really get that money and get that W when it counts, we just gonna, I don't know. The problem, I ain't gonna lie, like the real problem is everybody has wanted it before and they say they do, but we never do it. So how do we change that formula? How do we change that formula to make it work? Make the formula work to where somebody can actually go. Because honestly, if it wasn't me, but it was somebody else, I'd be like, damn, he did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, he actually did it. Like, he started from nothing and did it. And that's kind of what I want to see. Like, I just want to see players, like, really play and get better. And I think right now, I'm not going to hold you. Right now, I do feel like people are kind of like, they're starting to come together and try to, you know, level up and, you know, ask questions. And, oh, damn, like, what is that? Like, people, I do feel like for this game, because, like, for Street Fighter, I don't know.
It's all right.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
give it
a
break. Give it a break. Give it a break.
Yeah, for Street Fighter, I'm just not sure because I feel like now people don't like the game. They play it because it's Street Fighter and they got a lot of money involved. And some people that are even pro players in it, they don't really like what's going on, but they're embracing it. You know what I'm saying? Like at that point, you have to embrace what's going on in the game if you want to win. You can try to play true footsies or whatever you want to say, but at the end of the day, if you need to drive rush in, guess what? You gonna drive rush in. That's the way to win. Like, you do what you got to do to get the W. But for that game, I think the biggest problem is the constant complaints and not really playing the, like, a top player can play a top player. That's not enough. It's not enough. Not just a top player playing a top player. That's not enough. It's not enough to beat everyone. It's just not gonna get it. Just not that. So like you could play a top player all day and that just doesn't mean anything. And I feel like the whole rank situation we just talked about, like some people, bro, they don't really care. Like they gonna press the buttons and when you beat them, they're gonna call you a scrub and keep it pushing. It's like, damn, I'm a scrub, but you know, I'm trying to get better, bro. You see what I mean? Like, yeah. It's that mentality. It's never no accountability. That is it. No accountability. No accountability. There's no accountability over here for things that happen. Nobody holds their self accountable. It's always their opponent, bro. He did something scrubby. He did this. Why you wake up and jump? Why you do this? You could have hit me with a meaty. Why you wake up sweet? Why you walk back, bro? You walked back, you were baiting, bro. I'm not dumb. Nah, bro, you wasn't baiting, you was mashing. Why did you walk back? Bro, you a scrub. It's a loop. Yeah. It's just a loop. Can we get out the loop? Let's get out the loop. No accountability, bro. That's the problem. No accountability. Yeah. It's no accountability. You run full screen and throw me with chip, I'm gonna say, bro, why would you run full screen? Because I knew you was gonna block. I done counter hit you with my slash a million times. I knew you was gonna block. I mean, yeah, but it's still, why did you run? Bro, that's my character, bro.
Like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, like, what am I supposed to do? I can't run up and throw the pot? Bro, I can't run up and throw the pot, player. But I conditioned you, but people don't want to hold themselves accountable. That's the problem. That is the issue. I think if we put that in all bold, accountability. That's what it is. When they lose, it's always something. It's an option select. I call it an OS. Like, when people be losing and they be like, bro, it's because your character top tier, you beat me. Option select. Bro, you know damn well it's not because of my character, bro. You just got outplayed. Why can a player not say, damn, I just got outplayed today? I want, like, 1000%, I want the chat to think of top players that y'all watch. When is the last time you saw them lose and take accountability? I guarantee you never seen them take accountability. They don't. Not all of them.
Not all of them.
But yeah, not all of them. But 99%. I promise you, it's only 1% to take accountability, bro.
Damn, 99%?
99%. I promise you, it's 99% of people that don't take accountability. That 1% take accountability. That actually be like, and I'm talking more from the top players. Like, there's definitely, the percentage is skewed once you talk about like every player takes accountability.
Right.
The percentage is a little better. But I would say from top, 1%. It's like 1% that literally will not be like, bro, this character is dumb. You didn't really beat me. Like, it was scrubby. It's always something, bro. That literally holds you back. Do you not understand that? Like, when you talk like that and you think like that, it holds you back. That is it's a wall. You'll hit a wall. Yeah. Now, have I ever done that? Hell yeah. I'm telling y'all from experience. I'm real, bro. Yes, I've done that before. But guess what? After I cut the stream off, I walk away. I get me some food. I'll be like, bro, I was tripping, bro. I know I'm better than that, bro. I can outplay that. I gotta outplay that. I gotta lock in. But that's my point. Like, we gotta take accountability, man. Nope, there's no accountability. People just don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's always an option select of why they lost. No accountability.
Yeah.
None.
I've always been that person where like, oh, you did that? Okay, I'll just do this instead. Oh, you did this?
Right.
Okay, well, just. My thing is, I laugh so much to the point to where I know how to readjust even faster, because I'm like, it's one thing when like, I don't, like for me, it's like I don't need to read your character. Like I don't need to read you as a player. I know what your character can and cannot do here, because I've seen, like in my head, like I've laughed maybe 10 scenarios, 10 possible things that could happen here. Oh, you hit me this way? Okay, well, I'll just sit here and look at you now. All right, I got up now. No, I'm still in advantage, but I didn't have to do anything, right? I can Oki you here. You woke up DP 5 times. All right, I got hit by all 5 of them. Okay, fair enough, I get it. You want your space. Okay, you have your space. Go ahead. I allow you to have it. You know, I'm okay to give that up. Now, will I readjust and give you like the business if I have a good Oki setup? Of course I will, because I'm not gonna let you DP me like that.
Right.
but you know, I'm okay with knowing like, okay, I have options, and I'll just cook you based on those options. And I just don't have, I guess in my head, and it does throw off my chat sometimes. They're like, bro, you don't get mad at stuff? Like, I do, but not like, I'm mad at myself for not being smarter to stop this. I'm mad at myself. Right. I'm mad at myself. I'm not mad at my opponent. My opponent is going to do whatever he thinks necessary to beat me. Whatever he thinks is necessary, he's going to run it regardless, right? It's my goal to see it and act quick. Right. I played against, was it MFR, the Leo player from Strive in the tournament yesterday, TNS. And one of my Gato strings, I was like, I'm going to press my luck on purpose. I know you're DPing. I'm going to let you get comfortable. He DP'd twice. I was like, thank you. I'm going to put that in the back pocket, and I'm going to need this, and I'm going to use it when it's time. I did it. I did it to him when it was time. He DP'd. I'm like, thanks, dog. I appreciate it. SPG. Well, it looks like he bodied this whole hidden gear into this whole 60% combo and on to the next game. And that's exactly what happened. So it's like sometimes you can use stuff to take it, get information. But again, I'm not here to tell my opponent. Like, I mean, of course, we can just be like, bro, stop being a scrub. That happens. Right. But like, I guess outwardly, I'm just like, okay, all right, yeah, that was cool. Okay. Or hold on, the classic, that was cute. Right. That's cute. Okay, say less. I get it. Respect me. Okay. So I'm Gucci off that. It's just when I see other people who just, yo, bro, his dude was mashing. He's a scrub. He's not that good for real. Man. It's like, dude, it's. When will you acknowledge that this dude cut the game on? Now, granted, to whatever capacity, he cut the game on to play, to try to, maybe he's trying to be good, maybe he's trying to troll. It is what it is. He has his reasoning. Your goal is to stop whatever that reasoning is, because when you go to a tournament, it'd be the same thing, right? It'd be like, this dude is random Joe Blow 62, who's a local, you know what I'm saying, at whatever place you go to, and like, this dude's just known for being random. He's not a top 8 placer, but he's a gatekeeper. And if you're not ready to stop the gatekeep, you were preparing for like you know what I'm saying, the K7s and Nash fans, you like preparing for the Punk, whatever, right? And you pull up on him and it's like, I wasn't expecting that. And he's just like, damn, you let me beat you? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
like one of them gatekeepers would be like, damn, you actually beat him? Like, how did that happen? Like, sometimes people overestimate, or like, and that's part of the, the accountability also comes from overestimating and or underestimating. I overestimate myself being better than you. You know, I shouldn't lose to you. It's like, that's another mentality that has to get broke. Like, saying that you shouldn't lose to somebody, it does happen. It is human, but like, you gotta acknowledge that when someone enters a tournament, you gotta acknowledge that they had to put in some level of work to maybe get the placing that they're at to play you, or maybe it's pools, maybe they are a low key killer, you just don't know it. You can't, like, bro, listen, hold on, let me keep it a stack. I'm a chip player still at heart, right? I got low HP. Everybody's sus, bro. You feel me? Everyone's sus. Nobody is safe. No one's mercy. All of y'all are scary and crazy to me, dog. You're all scary and crazy to me, so I'm gonna play safe as hell. I'm not gonna give you the chance. I don't care if you're random Joe from across the block and from across the way that's the local hero. I'm gonna give you the respect you deserve once you earn it, naturally. But I'm not gonna let you random me out. You know, and you have to like give people that, like, you have to play people like that to understand how to beat them too, and never underestimate your opponent, because they can show you sometimes you be like, I got this in the bag, and your opponent be like, hey, yo, turn up. And just like, whoa, where'd all this come from? Now I'm losing? Where's my HP going? Why? Oh, I lost this round. Like, okay, hold on. He locked in on me. Hold on. I gotta counter adjust. Because, like, you never know sometimes, at least in ranked in particular, right, whether that person's really good or not. Again, you don't know what their motivations are. So, like, that's why I don't criticize my opponents when I play. It's just, this is a ranked match. I'm going to just treat this as, like, I don't know. I feel like survival mode, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I got to survive and get these points real quick and just keep it pushing. So, yeah. It is what it is, though. But I definitely agree about the accountability part. I agree 100%. I think that's very important to note in this conversation.
Oh yeah, I think that's the biggest takeaway. And to add on to that, like, anybody that has ever seen me stream, when I was streaming Street Fighter 6, like, I would have days where I would just crash out. Like, I would be upset, but it wasn't necessarily. Some of it was my opponent, I ain't gonna lie. Like, it would trigger me.
That's fair.
More so me letting them do it would frustrate me, and I would feel like the accessibility for them to do it to me would, like, upset me, because of, like, things that just happen in the game that's kind of hard to control. But even with that being said, I would still be like, okay, I gotta level up. So, like, the next day I might have not streamed, but I would still be grinding and trying to get better at the game, because I mean, you can only complain for so long before you want to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, and I would complain, but when this game came out, I knew it would change because I just want to play a good game, and like, and I'm not saying Street Fighter 6 is not a good game, but I'm saying for what I want to do,
yeah,
Fatal Fury is what I want to do. I want to be able to play defensive. I want to be able to get rewarded off my defense. I want to be rewarded for my practice mode on defense, to where it creates like skill gaps between players. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, Billy Bob Thornton will not be hyper defending and JDing anything. Like, he's not gonna be like that. Because if he is like that, he's not Billy Bob Thornton.
That's a fact.
I promise you. He's not that. Like, he's him if he's getting through all of my strings. That's what I'm saying. It creates that skill gap. And because defense is the skill gap, it creates a whole different monster of a game. Because when you fight somebody and you can't do something, it's like, whoa, hold up. I can't do that no more? Okay, bet. That's a bet. But that creates, like, this realm of good players. And I like that. And that drives me to get better, because I'm like, damn, I want to be that guy that you just can't hit. You know what I'm saying? You just can't hit me. And I like that. And I think that that's the difference in Street Fighter. Street Fighter 6 is very aggressive. And I'm a passive player. Everybody knows me for passive play. Sometimes I'm playing lane. guess what? Sometimes I'm rushing your ass down, and you like, man, what is he doing? Then I'll just go right back to playing lame. I'm like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my play style. That's why when Chun-Li, hold up, let me talk to y'all real quick. When Chun-Li,
talk to him.
don't even, man, when Chun-Li release, it's about to get nasty, bro. I promise you. When Chun-Li releases in Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, it's about to get devastating, man. That's all I'm gonna say right now. It's about to get devastating, man. I can't wait for Chun-Li. But yeah, no troll. But yes, that's the thing. I just look at it and I just have a different mindset on things, and that's what drives me to get better at these games. And I'm so hungry in this game that I'm willing to put in all of the work. You know what I'm saying? And spread all of the knowledge that I get to my fellow Hoku players or to my fellow players that just be like, damn, you can do that? That's my job. Like, I'm just trying to help y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's literally my job. I just want to help. At this point, I just want to help everybody learn and grow, and let's get it. Simple as that.
Chat room. Nothing else to say.
Yeah, nothing else to say. Drop the mic. Let's get it. Let's fight. You feel me? I want to fight. So let's get it.
Yeah. So just to wrap it up, I mean, Nash, she just dropped the mic on. That's pretty much a wrap up here. But like, I'm with him 100%. You know, it's we just care that much. That's it, y'all. We literally just care that much, and yep. we just want to see a stronger scene. Stronger overall community. We may not get it like Japan overnight, right? But like,
right,
we gotta start somewhere and like get it to some capacity and get it going, and we can eventually have a stronger community. And for what it's worth, it might not like it won't just be us in the fray to try to stop the Shao Highs. You know what I'm saying? The scores, the Nemos. You could be here in the front lines with us if you put in that effort. That's all. So
exactly.
With that, Nash, I appreciate you coming on, big dog. I know you had a lot to say, so yes, I appreciate you. I appreciate you as always. I appreciate
it, boss, for having me. I appreciate shout outs to everybody that has been following the dream, man. It's a dream. Like, I feel like this is the game. I really like it. You know, if you're having any doubts about getting it, just buy it. Just buy it. Don't be looking at Steam charts. Don't be looking at memes on Twitter. All that shit is meme. Just buy the game. It's a good game. It's cross-play. Xbox, PlayStation, it has so much cross-play. So, like, stop looking at numbers, man. Just play. It's going to always be people playing this game, actively trying to grind and get better. Play, watch streams, communicate. That's all I got to say. Communicate, man.
I'm with it. With
yes,
that,
sir.
I'm going to put a link to YouTube and the Twitch. When I drop this on YouTube, this is going to go straight on there. No issues this time. No issues this time from the last one. No issues. So we're going to get this up on YouTube ASAP, you guys. I'll put links to the NashFan stuff and go follow him, man. He's one of the strongest Hoku Tomorrow players right now. He's a great player right now at the game. You can learn stuff from him. Trust. I'm learning from my damn self. So with that being said, we're going to get up out of here and I'll catch y'all next one. You already know what it is. Peace.